gave industrial leather machine for a youth group in Aikulobia, something like that. They just have to, because I didn't want the money. Dehydrator. He's talking about export. If you want to export vegetable, you don't sun-dry it. You need dehydrator. And through Smedan, we're able to provide a women group a dehydrator where they can be able to dry their vegetable and it still retain the greenness and the moisture content. So these are some of the programs we do. And we do an open door policy. You don't need to know anybody. Come to Smedan, put down your name, do your business. Then recently we did 52,000. And we called people that I even know, people I don't know. People that came to our office, we called them. Some of them gave us fake BVN. Some of them gave us fake BVN. At the end of the day, when the money hit the account, they were unpaid. We took time to call them back. They said they're not interested. A lot of grants like that. We are still going to start this year. Those are the bottom of the pyramid. 50,000, yes, is small money, but it can still help in such a way, can still go a little way to help us. But some of these things, we call people, we put people's name, and they say they are not, before you say BVN, they say they're not interested. Nobody is going to give you money without BVN. Know that. If you're not ready to give us your BVN, then forget about any government intervention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Engineer Chito Orazulike. I'm glad you mentioned some of these things. There are outstanding opportunities and funds. Some people, and in some cases, there has been a challenge of assessing these funds. When you look at the percentage assessing the funds, and a lot of times I've been able to speak with business people, SMEs, and they say there's a lot of bottleneck. It's not made simple for them. And the question here is there any way your department, your agency works hand in hand with entrepreneurs, SMEs especially, and macro and nano SMEs to assess funds, especially SMEs, to be able to access these funds? Because most times we hear there's this amount of money, there's this grant available, and it is just being stacked up and people are not accessing it. How do we break through this and make that particular scenario and case different for the Southeast?
Thank you so much. In Smedan, we do what you call hand-holding approach, or call it mentoring. When you come to Smedan, we don't just, it's like Smedan and Anambra, and Smedan even national. We pick you, we hold your hand through the journey. Most of us, we are trained business counselors and trained institution, or even some of the things Smedan will offer. You must be structured. Somebody will come to your office and you want to, because people come, I can write business plan for somebody, I collect 250,000, but I don't do that. And I've told myself we don't do that. We take you through the journey. By the time you write business plan, you own it. But when you go for pitching or interview, you'll be able to defend that business plan. Somebody is coming to your office for you to help him or her write business plan, and he's not interested in whatever is going on. It's wrong. The person is here is to work with you, not work for you. That's what we do in Smedan. We take you through the journey so that at the end of the day, you should be able to get things needed to access fund. We have talked about, I talked about ICSS. In the start, the deliverable is business plan. There are a lot of, I used to tell the youth, most of things we just ping and tap and tap and tap and tapping. There are a lot of fund. We have a lot of accelerator funding. We have venture capitalists. We have angel funding, grants. But before you can access those funds, you must be structured. You should be able to, if you say you are existing business, you should have a track record. Existing business is not by mouth. I won't know. It's an existing business. They ask you, what's your turnover last year? You don't even know. So, yes, the business environment is tough, but let us do our part. And that is why Smith Down, we lay much emphasis on building capacity. In Smith Down, we talk about grow. Acronym GROW. G is guidance. We guide you. We handhold you. R is resources. Guiding you through where you know the resources that you need to grow your business. O is opportunity. Where opportunities are that are available. Information. A lot is happening, but you just got to know the information. Then the R, that is the W, we have what? Workforce support. Where we train, you have to talk about capacity building. So those are the main things we do. And the thing now that is coming up is in the pipeline. We are talking about credit. If you are good in your credit, of course you can source for more. I tell you, most of people that got all up, the 70% that is loan without interest, most of them have not paid. They say, is it not federal government? Is it not national cake? Is it not this? Not forgetting that you supplied your BVN to the bank. Yes, it's federal government, but it's a loan. 70% is a loan without interest. So when you have such things, it may be difficult for that loan. So capacity is one of the areas Smith Down is trying to help the nano. And what we don't do one cap fits all. What you offer to nano is not what you give to micro. You can't come to small business and say that you are giving 50,000 to give 50,000. Then the small and the micro, we have the intervention for them too. Thank you so much.
All right, a round of applause for Engineer Chito. And thank you for that information, because information is power. And we are here to receive information and take a lot of it. And what we do with it also matters. We talked about structure. Let me go into it a little bit before I move over to our Oga at Fidelity of the session. You talked about Naira Rice benefiting from Smith Down. Give us an example or, insights on what it took for him to assess opportunities and the kind of opportunity that he was able to get, so that other Anambarians that this is working and very possible in Anambra, and also start towing that path.
Thank you so much. When it was that program, thank God he's here. It was that program that I met him for the first time. When it has to do with agro processing. I said something about personal branding. I was about when I work with you, I look at you. So I work with some farmers or those that are in agro processing. Maybe they are here too. And I find. So when I had that issue, I called some people. And one problem we have is that Anambra, we visit anywhere. I've gone to somewhere alarm. Thank God Okada did not even fall. But sometimes when you go there, I feel like there's nothing on ground. It's portfolio farmer people. But because Smith Down, whatever you tell us or snap video and give us, definitely we are going to visit you. So I was disappointed. So I asked somebody, I said, please, can you give me a genuine person that is in? Because because time was, I didn't have the whole time. So time was running short. I was like, I need to submit this list to Abuja. So I called and said, please, do you have processing that can benefit from this program? He now rice. He was not in this new place. He was in the old place. No, you are in the old place, yes. So I called him and I went there. I saw a lot of things he was doing. I asked him, what is your problem? What is your challenge? What do you want Smidan to do? He said that, I think 10 tons per hour, whatever, the stoner, Abi. I said, okay. And if he went for inspection, I wrote all the things I asked. The structure I was talking about, he has a cooperative that he's on site, not all these portfolio farmers or portfolio businessmen. So I sent to Abuja. And to the glory of God, Smidan provided that whatever. Is it rice destoning machine? And that is why Smidan can be part of his success story. A lot of, if you go to Umawelem Anam, now I call Smidan there provided industrial frying machine. It was during flood. Before the flood last, I went there with one of I went to see, because we have a lot of portfolio farmers in Anambra State. When you go there, they'll be looking at you, you'll be looking at them. We have problem of as a country, but let you know you are coming to Smidan. Be truthful, because definitely, no matter, so far it's Anambra State, we go there. So I think the most important thing, know what you are doing. Is, they say turn by turn Nigeria Limited. We don't have the whole fund. We go one step, small. I will start to make our own little impact. That's all.
All right, a round of applause for Engineer Chito Onuzulike. Invited me to visit, and trust me, I'm coming. He said one of the mills here, they were in partnership with them anyway, and it's a fantastic. We can't have enough of rice that you produce that is enough. So it's one, two. So I am surely coming. And yes, I've marketed rice, I've sold rice. So who knows if business will start from that angle? You can never tell. All right, thank you so much, madam. This is the right here at the High Vote Conference for 1st October. It's all about information, and that is what we are here to receive. What you do with the knowledge, all the difference. We're going to give opportunity 2 or 3 questions from the audience. Any of our panelists here address it. After that, questions will round off the panel session. Able guest from Pantech, who is ready to take us to another level today. But just before I ask that question, or I throw it open to our audience, is Smidan opportunities only open to the processing sector or manufacturers? Just tell move out.
No. Look at, it's not only for those in agro-processing programs. We also have ones for export enhancement program. There we look at those are into with Export Promotion Council. What government is going towards agriculture. If you know, I say you look at where the government is towards agriculture. So that's why most of our programs not just agro processing, because he talked about you look at how you add value. You must
So, development is going towards manufacturing as well to those products. So right now, we will do 2 questions, or 3. We'll take 3, and then it will be addressed here, Warren. So who's number 1? That's number 1. That's number 2, and that's number 3. Okay, number 1, the person on black. Someone help me with the microphone. Please quickly, on this row, raise your hand. Please, okay? You can number 1, then number 2. Let's have the questions quickly. And then.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Here in Anambra State. I want to direct my talk about spoke on X. From the product you mentioned, that things like cassava. You said that maize is not exported. I had with him. He was giving me a brief news he heard that yams produced in Nigeria basically were trying to be exported, and they were rejected at the export market because they did not meet the standard of the global market or the international market. Now, my question is this: why is it that? And 2, if the product we produce in Nigeria do not meet the standard of the international market, what council done to help Nigerian farmers?
All right, thank you. Let's take question number 2.
Good afternoon, everyone. Of Raising Angel Tech Solution. My question is directed to have any opportunity for have any program directed to those in tech space, as a program that's directed to those in this.
All right, thank you. Pointing to him. Let's just take his question.
Traveling, calling them for invitation to Abuja. They'll be spending the little capital they should use as a startup to passing through the processes of interviews and other proofs by the SMIDA. Because at this level, someone should send a proposal online, send the video, the pitching, whatever, assessing, then you can come just like a investigator or just from the office, come and do your inspection as an inspector, come back and give feedback. Because I have a friend, again, why I'm saying this, I have a friend who I served together at the North. When they're assessing this and they don't pass this through process, because I think the workers are helping them out also, the Smedan staff, they are helping them. At the same time, there's need for your office to leverage on digital transformation. Again, the second aspect of the second question I want to ask is that Smedan should find a way, of helping businesses, making it easier for businesses. because they are not making it easier for businesses. Taking, for instance, Tono Edumeri Foundation. If you have a proposal, submit your proposal, they will guide you. Provide your pitch, they guide you. The next thing you get your startup capital or seed capital. Within few months, these things are done. But Smedan, you see a process taking 4 or 5 years. See, if you give me capital 4 or 5 years, someone can be a millionaire or multi-millionaire, and you are looking for a grant, spending the little money you have to be shuttling up for interviews. Thank you very much.
You are ready? Okay, so we'll go over to our last question, and once they address it, we will round off on this panel session. Question number 3. Please, can you take the mic to question number 3? And then Madam will address the question. You're going far away. This is the person here. This is the person.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Onyedekachi Manuel. I'm from Unizik. And I have questions for the exports and the Smedan, and then one for the bank. For the exports, you said that you are focusing on non-oil commodities, and then you are exporting agriculture. You are focusing on exporting agricultural products and this thing. So now, if you check it now, the agricultural products that are going to export from Anambra State, how do you aid these people exporting it, or do you just give them money? If you are exporting something like Ogo that is perishable, how do you export it from Anambra? And if the only way to leave Anambra within a short while is the airport we have here, there is no, let's say, sea or this thing that is the major way of export. So how do you aid farmers to export Ogo and perishable products? Then again, you said we have endangered species of animals we don't export. You didn't mention any of them because I've been checking. I don't know, but I would like you to like tell us some of the endangered species. And then you said that you give export grants. What are the criteria for getting the export grants? Do you just come and say you want to export and then you are giving money? And then why you are giving the person the export grant? Let's say you're giving 5 million. What are the facilities, or let's say the things you put in place to make sure that the person exports the product the person wants to export? How easy do you make it? How easy do you make the export process? Because it's one thing giving the person the resources, and then another thing making sure that the person accomplishes what the person wants to accomplish. So if you give somebody money and then the person spends all the money, let's say you are exporting, okay, let's say if you are bringing rice from the north, from Benue now, if you are coming back, you'll be giving all these people money on the road. So if somebody wants to export something from Anambra to Abuja, how many people will you give money on the road? How are you making sure that the person is not sharing money on the road and making sure that the person gets to...
All right, thank you.
No, then for the SME, you said that...
Our guy is ready. He has a list of the questions that he wants to address. Please, one last one, and let's round off from this, please.
For the SME, you said that, okay, he has asked of managing, okay. You talked about people not having the capacity to run businesses. And it's normal for everybody to think that what you need to start the business is money, but you actually need the knowledge and then the capacity. So how do you enlighten people on how to run businesses? Because from what you are saying, you say you go to visit. The portfolio farming thing is what you expect, because everybody just wants to collect money. Now, some of them might not be portfolio farmers. It's just that they don't know how to go about all those things. You talked about the Naira Rice, that he has a registered cooperative, registered district. It's because he's learned and he knows how to go about these things. Now, some of these farmers in the village, they might be able to produce that much, but then because they don't know how to go about getting the whole cooperative and all the bank account and BVN something. If you talk about BVN, they tell you to go and rest, because I mean they don't even need the bank, that kind of thing. And then for the bank, like she said, that people had issues with the people who are not interested because of the BVN thing. Now, I stand to be corrected, but then the banking system in Nigeria looks profit-driven instead of including everybody. So if you check now, the bank will go after one person that will give them 50K instead of 50 people that will give them 1K. That's how I've been seeing it. So if the bank is, the topic is about building a prosperous future in southern Nigeria, and because we have to include everybody in building that prosperous future, how is the bank aiding small people that don't really need the bank? Because if you check all the fees that are, I have an 8.
All right, thank you. We'll have to round off, so please, we're working a bit with time, but your points have been well taken. So there's almost a question for everybody here on the panel session. And you were asking like a journalist, and that's how we harass people sometimes, you know? But it's good because this is a platform where we want to learn and grow. So who do we start with? Okay, let's start with our guy from the banking sector. Move over to, okay, Madam Chito will round it off. Our guy from the banking sector will come to NEPC and then round off with SMEDAN, as it's the SMEDAN panel session. All right.
Okay, thank you for that, your question. You said the bank is not interested, is more interested in the bigger people without taking cognizance of the smaller people. Is that the question? Okay. I don't want to say that that is not correct, but it is not correct. I have been doing, hold on, I'm an SME banker. I have grown people from assessing 1 million naira to capacity of over 100 million today. They are in Nnewi, they are in Onitsha. There's a process for assessing credit. The fact that you are a small business, you need to do go through the rudiments. For example, you must have capacity. You must have credibility. How do we assess your capacity? If you don't have an account, if, for example, you say you bake cake, for example, you are a budding confectionery maker, and all your transaction is done with cash. You come to Fidelity Bank, there is no way I can assess you for credit because you don't have, there is nothing I can assess. So first step is you open an account, which is what we have. In Fidelity Bank, we have what is called Fidelity Small Business Account. Interest, no COT. You open it, all your transaction, give your customer your account number, let them pay through the account. You now have what? You are building capacity for yourself. You walk to a bank, you walk into any branch of Fidelity Bank and say, I want to access credit. What will any of the credit managers you meet there or the relationship manager, what will they do? They will download your bank statement and check what is your capacity. With that credit, with that your bank statement, we can now say, okay, this man is doing 1 million or 2 million. We can give him 500,000 to support his business. You understand? But if you just come without no record, no document, we are not magic people now. We can't know your capacity. You understand? So that is what we do in Fidelity Bank. We start from enlightening you, walking you through the process of opening an account, building capacity for yourself. We now start growing you from stage 1 to stage 2, from the micro to the medium to the big conglomerates. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Record keeping structure. All right, let's have NEPC address his own question, and then Madam Chito Onuzulike will round off the session.
Okay. The answer I'm going to supply, it's like the way I'm going to answer it. The second question directed at NEPC is so multifaceted. It's like asking me, how do we operate? Because his question touched on virtually everything. Some I've already said. Like I told him, like the endangered species. I said, these are animals that are perceived to be going into extinction. And they want to preserve it. They wouldn't want the little, like baby crocodiles. They put some in the zoos. They use it for tourism. So we wouldn't want you to like take them out where they are going extinct. You understand? That's what I mean by endangered species are exempted from exports. Then the first question, the first question was talking about
talked about maize too.
Yes.
Why is maize restricted?
Maize was put there for now, it's still banned. It's still, you cannot export it. That's just the act. It's exempted. I mean, it's banned from export.
Any
We
reason?
don't have enough, and For now,
We don't have enough. You have to have enough first
Then,
before you start exporting.
yes, we have.
And it's a major challenge for poultry farmers. They've been complaining that they are looking for
They
maize.
use
That's
it
the truth.
for feeds and all that. We don't have enough.
You have to have enough first before you start giving out. Not so? All right.
Then we have what they call, he talked about rejected items. The NEPC from time to time do get trade alerts. Trade alerts is an alert that so product maybe is affected. The European market doesn't joke with food safety. Food safety is very key when you want to export. So the NEPC has recognized this and has gone to the extent of even partnering with some international certification bodies who come here. Like right now, there's an ongoing certification that will otherwise cost you millions to get, like FDA, Food Drug Administration, the one that's used to export, that's used to accept goods, edible goods to US. We are giving that free of charge. We are also giving out HACCP certification free of charge. That is a way of funding you, but it's an incentive certification. We give it. Then in other, like beans, that was rejected some years back, we got a trade alert, and we now activated some certification bodies who will now put you through. They will visit your farms. They will assess you, and we build more capacities. So what we do, we are not a certification body, but we partner with quarantine and other agro-based, all these food safety bodies to make sure that we prepare you fully for the international food market. Then we do partner with some agencies, like some European, like CBI. If there was an outbreak of disease in, say, ginger, like the last time, the council now decided to give a wholesomely address the problem by partnering with agencies abroad. We brought them here at our own expense to come and train our farmers. They first of all train the staff, then the staff will now train the farmers to make sure that these products are prepared for the international market, that to a great extent, there will be a zero reject situation on any of our goods or proceeds that are exported.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for him. This is only a tip of the iceberg. It's a platform. You know where to get certain information. So after now, you can relate with the different agencies and departments and organizations represented here. Get for more information. Information is power. Information is power. So anywhere they can get across to you, how can they reach NEPC?
In Anambra, our state office is at room D6, Federal Secretariat, Aroma here.
Okay.
Then our website is www.nepc.gov.ng, and my contact details is 080-3390-4332.
All right.
We're waiting forward to receiving you.
All right. So to wrap up this session, the SMEDAN panel session, we have Engineer Chito Onuzike. Your question is plenty, and it's something burning their hearts from different angles. So please address it today.
Thank you for the questions. Yes, in SMEDAN, we also intervene on the tech space. We do some programs that are tech-driven, and we do capacity building where we try to make business to be tech-enabled. One of the programs we run is, we run it with Google. bridging the digital gap. We have not done it this year. And again, there's another one we do where we give laptops, computer repair kit, full computer repair kit, except generator. Then you have GSM repair kit, except generator. Some that you can start, they go through vocational skill and also teach them cyber security. The other one, again, we have program we run in collaboration with HP, but it's yet to come to Anambra. You know, we have 36 states, and you look at zones. So Anambra, we have not done it in Anambra, so it's yet to come, but it's a program that is ongoing in collaboration with HP. The other question, so your questions, yes, you have programs that are tech-related. Then my friend, I don't think is SMEDAN program. Because in SMEDAN, you know, SMEDAN is a federal government program. So we don't drag our program, say 5 years. Maybe it's Nassau Agsnis that you're talking about. It's different from program. It's different from SMEDAN program. SMEDAN program is yearly because government run their programs on yearly basis because of budget. So there's no SMEDAN program that you drag for 5 years. No SMEDAN program. So when we talk about, we don't tell people that send things to us. Because you look at, we are talking about minimizing cost, cost of doing business. We don't tell people to come. People send their details. People send phone, send videos. It's when we go, because Nigerians can be funny. It's when we go that we now verify. You don't expect us as SMEDAN to now use it. And again, talk about capacity. That's what it's one of the mandates of SMEDAN. That is even our core mandate, to build the capacity of MSMEs. You know, I said hand-holding. You can't hold somebody without building the capacity. It's not done. That is part of the hand-holding approach we talk about. We build, because if you are looking at, for you to access fund, you have to be structured. SMEDAN will help you. You know, I said we are trained business counselors. We work with you. We don't work for you. So in terms of helping people we do that. It's a normal every year to day this thing. That's why we run business clinic. Every month we are meant to give reports of SMEs that come into the office, the ones you receive on calls, their problems, the solution you prefer, and when we have stakeholders, we don't have stakeholders engagement, where we bring all these SME, all these MDAs, agencies that are critical to development of MSME subsector in the economy. We sit them down with all these SMEs, and they say their challenges, and some of them, they solve them. You know, it's avenue where, you know, that was one of the last one we had. Somebody, the chairman, the state coordinator of CAC, said, I've been trying to see you. I've been trying to see you. Thank God, I can see you face to face. And immediately the man left. They followed the man to the office, and their problem was solved. So such things, we build, that is definitely what we do. Even before money, we develop capacity. We help people to build capacity. And SMEDAN, we don't run program 5 years. And maybe it's not SMEDAN program, sir, you are talking about. I don't know SMEDAN program where you run program 5 years. Even the all-up is 1 year. So I stand, maybe you see me after down, because since you have experience, but I don't think it's, and we help. He says something, we help. So how else do you want us to help? You don't need to come to us. I don't know. So maybe you see us, but if the SMEDAN program does not drag for 5 years, I stand to be corrected.
A round of applause. Thank you. And with this, we will come to the end of this session, the SMEDAN panel session. Some of the takeaways: record and structure for your business. It's very important that you take records and put your records very well. Then NEPC is also open to guide those who want to do exports. He has mentioned exportable products, from Nigeria, and then especially the one peculiar to Anambra State, cassava and vegetable, cassava and vegetable, ones where we have competitive advantage. And he's also mentioned opportunities, funding opportunities. They don't give themselves, but they are a platform that can help you link up with those who help you access grants and all of that. And then our banking Oga has said it's not true. People are accessing loans, and then he's been helping people. And you have that opportunity today too. He's here, and you can never tell. Your help might just be on the way if you meet him and ask him how further after this session. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Achebe. Thank you, Madam Chito Onuzulike. And thank you, Mr. Peter Udom. Let's take a picture here, and then we'll call it buys for now. All right, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful session. Thank you for the great insights. Knowledge is power. Photographers, are you ready? All right, a round of applause for the Pivot team and for the panel session, the SMEDAN panel session. Business and funding opportunities for businesses in the Southeast. Wow, it's the Pivot Conference 2024, building a prosperous business and future for businesses in the Southeast. Right now, I want us to do a little exercise. Let's stand up. If you have your phones, if you have your camera, it is the selfie time right here at the Pivot Conference. It's a selfie time. Have you told anyone that you are here in Anambra Stanel Dome? Have you told anyone? Okay, you need to tell someone that you are here right now. So let's do a selfie. Do a beautiful selfie. You just can never tell. The most beautiful selfie or the most like might win something before the end of this conference. So, as I'm telling you to do, I'm doing mine as well. Take up your phones. Take up your phones. Take up your phones. This is our selfie time. Is your phone ready? Is your phone ready? This is our selfie time. All right. Position your hand well, like that. Like that. 1, 2, ready, go. Bakam, All right. So, social media, flash our social media handles on the screen right now so people can post and tag. You need to tag the Pivot on their social media handles. Very, very important. Can you flash on the screen? Flash on the screen. All the handles for the organization, the Pivot Nigeria. Please flash on the screen. Media, can we have our social media handles upstage, please? Social media handles upstage. Media, social media handles upstage on the screen. Social media handles on the screen. And I believe this is streaming on YouTube. If it is, confirm and let's keep announcing so that people can share the link for others who are not here, so they can be able to watch as well. I believe we are streaming on YouTube. If we are, please let us know so that people can share the links. All right, selfie time almost over. In the media, we need you to beam social media handles on the screen. In the media, please help us, help us. Our social media time is almost over. And before we round off, or as we are rounding off, we have a wonderful gentleman, a music minstrel, inspired, activated, and gingered. We want to have him upstage now. I am talking about no other person but Kachi the songster. He will do a special song for us now, and after that, we'll Ladies and gentlemen, at the second edition of the Pi Vote Conference live in Anambra State, let's welcome Prince Kachi, popularly known as P-Catch. A round of applause as P-Catch comes up stage now for a musical performance. All right.
All right, please, can we settle down? My name is Prince Kachi, also known as P-Catch. I'm a gospel artist, singer, performer, also a media personnel. And I want to sing a song this afternoon. And I seek to inspire and encourage every one of us. It's an honor to be on this stage. All right. Sound. There are times when you might feel endless and can see the places where you belong. But you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along. And when you're near it, you can almost hear it. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening. And pretty soon you'll start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. And you will know how to let it ring out as you discover who you are. Others around you will start to wake up to the sounds that are in their heart. It's so amazing what we are creating. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening. And pretty soon you start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious. Na, na, na. And as you feel, you will see. Oh, you will see. It's like a symphony. Just keep listening. And pretty soon you start to figure out your part. Everyone plays a piece, and there are melodies in each one of us. Oh, it's glorious.
If you know you love that song, a round of applause for P. Hatch, Prince Kachi. It was as if he should not stop singing. And indeed, it is glorious. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? All right, if you do, say Pivot Conference 2024. We have a lot of young people here and young people at heart as well. So whatever MC tells you to do from upstage here, be ready and do it. Pivot Conference 2024. All right, a round of applause for yourselves as well. Woo! All right. Thank you once again, Prince. Thank you, Prince Kachi, for that beautiful song. It's glorious. Right now, we will bring upstage a man doing great things in the city of Anambra and beyond. We know him as the billionaire mechanic, but he's also engineer Chido Mere Ndubisi, the CEO of Pamtech. A round of applause as he comes off stage right now. First time at the Pivot Conference, the second edition, 2024. A round of applause for him as he comes up stage. A proud fixer and solution man when it comes to cars. Well proud of what he does. Mr. Brandman, Mr. Stees, welcome.
Thank you. All right. Good day, bro. Okay, I think you can stay here. Thank you. Anambra people, are you ready? Are we ready? If you're ready, shout pivot. If you're ready, shout pivot. Tell yourself, I'm ready to build from ground up. I am ready to build from ground up. All right. Have your seat, please. I consider it a great privilege to be in your midst today. I want to thank my friend and my brother, Ifedi, for giving me this opportunity to be here today. But I think the team, they've actually taken good care of me. Since Sunday, I've been here, and it's been all fun. So please, can you put a round of applause for the team? And I met an amazing personality yesterday. A man of God, a man of wisdom, a man of integrity. Spending that quality time with you yesterday was one of my best takeaways. I appreciated it. Pastor Jude, thank you so much. You know, I wouldn't forget what you said. Yesterday, you said, if you don't influence your environment will influence you. So it's called to action for we Christians to start influencing our environment for good, because we Christians, we have all the positive influence that will influence our societies and make them become good people. I know many of you will be wondering why I'm dressed on a coverall today. You're wondering, Abby? Huh? Just in case you don't know, I am the billionaire mechanic. I like fixing things, right? I fix cars, but today, I'm here to fix your business. All right. I've had a burden about how conferences are organized in Nigeria. I know many of us who've attended different conferences, two of us, and they've shared arrays of information. Look at the country we are in, you know that information is in abundance, isn't it? With the rise of internet, there is nothing you want to know today. Just ask Google. All answers are there, isn't it? Yes. The MC said, knowledge is power. But to me, I still disagree, because many of us here are still knowledgeable and we still don't have power. Why? It's only applied knowledge that is power. So when you know it and you do nothing without it, the world wouldn't pay you, the world wouldn't recognize you, there won't be any value. It will be powerless. But once you apply that knowledge and there are visible results around it, it becomes super power. Does that make sense? Now, we'll come here, share relevant information, the ones that are relatable. I can tell you, after 2-3 weeks, we will call some of you sitting down here to tell us what you learned and what you've done with respect to the conference you attended today. I can tell you 90% of the people in this hall will not remember. Yes, 90% of the people in this room will not remember. Why? Because they've not applied the secret. Mine is usually practical. I'm not that theoretical person. Mine is usually practical. And I'm going to introduce a kind of a strategy for you that you're going to use, even if it's something you will remember, even if it's going to be the only thing you will remember. That you see the array of information we're receiving today, that I'm going to act. That will do what? That will become the game changer. Is that okay? Now, what is that strategy? That strategy is ACT. A-C-T. And what do I mean by ACT? A is for apply. All the information, all the notes you're going to get from today's conference, you will make sure you apply them. C is change. You have to identify the areas you need change. Those areas you need change, you need to identify them as you sit down here. Or before you leave this hall today, make sure you identify areas you need change in your life or your business. And the last T is what? Teach. Why you learn, why you get this information. The best way to concretize it inside of you is to teach another person. Am I communicating? Share what you've learned, because teaching solidifies understanding. That's act. And this will start from you, because this is the inward transformation. These are the ones you will do. But now, we are going to react to the act. The react is external. And let me explain further. Remember, your own responsibility on act is to note down the things you will apply to your life and business, the things you want to change, and the things you want to teach other people. Act. Then react is the ROE around it that has to do with relationship and environment. I'm not sure I'm communicating to you. I'm giving you people a super secret. If all you know, you don't have someone around you, you've not built a credible relationship around someone who can help you execute it, that knowledge might fail you. So it is important you support yourself, surround yourself with people that will help you grow your dreams or grow the knowledge you have inside. And the next one, which is E, is what? Environment. Imagine if you're a smoker in the house and you want to change your smoking abilities, right? The ROE, if you don't change your friends that are smokers, you will continue smoking. So even if in your heart you've decided that you want to quit, you want to change, relationship with those people that are smoking will still take you back. And environment, when you go back to that joint, to that club, to those places they smoke, even if you've prayed to God and the Holy Spirit is around, you will still do what? So on that note, I'm going to share the order, the react, but I want you to do something for me right now. Can you stand, please? Can you smile to your neighbor? If your neighbor is not smiling, then you change position. If your neighbor is not smiling, you change position. Is your neighbor smiling? Pick one person, not two, one person. All right, give that person a hug. A godly hug. One person, not two, one person. That person. You've hugged one person. Have we all hugged one person? Now ask him of his name, his or her name. Now, request that he give you his or her WhatsApp number. I'm a practical man. I do unconventional things. Probably this is the first time you're experiencing it or you're seeing it, but I do unconventional things. Have you done that? Make sure you have his or her WhatsApp number. And you open up the WhatsApp page. We are going to move into that WhatsApp environment. Remember, we've done R, which is relationship. You've built one relationship with somebody right now, right? And environment, we're embracing physical environment and social environment. And the social environment will now go to WhatsApp. Go to your WhatsApp and say hi to the person. Because we've done arrow. Remember, we want to react. So if you want to react, I'm teaching you how to react to the information you have, information that are available to you. Because that's why you are where you are today, because you've refused to react to the abundant information you have around you. I commit to applying what we have learned, changing areas where we need improvement, and teaching others what we have experienced. I commit to applying what we have learned, changing areas where need, and teaching others what we have experienced. Please, and teaching others what we have experienced. I wish we had the media put it up so that we could be fast about it. Please keep me accountable and I will do same for you. Are we good now? Thank you and God bless you. You now send it to the person. And I will say congratulations to you all because you now have an accountability partner. Have you received your appointment as accountability partner? Have you received? If you've received, please, can I see your hands up? This is where we break the jinx. This is where we break the jinx. This is where we challenge the status quo. It's difficult. I know many of us will struggle around it. But nothing good comes easy. Nobody has been holding you accountable over time. Today, somebody must hold you accountable. I can't leave my business for the past 2 days and I'm here and I can't transform your life. I can't change your life. I can't give you one principle that you can adopt that will change your life. Never. I'm going to make sure you apply it. Let me tell you a bit story. In my university days, there was someone called, okay,